Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm super excited about today's video. You guys have gotten a little sneak peek when I was doing my Get Ready With Me video last week, and I talked about the new retouching face wands. These things are magic. It's literally like beepity boppity boop, perfect skin, 2 seconds, on the go. These things are absolutely fan-freaking-tastic. So, there's 9 shades. I have all 9, of course. But I think that somebody could use 1, you could use 3. It kind of just depends on what you're going to be using them for. This product is kind of a creamy satin finish. It's really based on how you're prepping too. So if the skin's already really dry, this isn't going to give you like a ton of hydration, though it is a creamy formula. So make sure that you are hydrated underneath before you start. So with these things, you can use them as a touch-up throughout the day. And if you were going to do that, I would get your skin tone correct shade. For me today, what I did for you guys is I did a full face complexion using just the retouching wands, and I used 3. I used the medium to dark as my all over foundation shade. I used the medium, 1 shade brighter, as my concealer and kind of natural highlight shade. And then I used the shade rich as my dimension shade cream bronzing stick. I absolutely love this because it is hard to bronze on the go, or when you're touching up throughout the day. I don't know if you're like me, but when I touch up, I'm touching up like under my under eye, and then I get a little bit of redness like right here. So when I'm touching up, I'm kind of losing some of that dimension that I created. So to have this as an on the go boop boop little dimension, it has been absolutely amazing. So if you guys want to know how I used 3 retouching face wands to do my whole complexion today, please keep watching. If you're new to my channel, I make new videos every single week, and I thank you so much for watching. Thanks for your support, and don't forget to subscribe. Okay, so since I'm going to be using the retouching wands for my full face, I have no makeup on right now. All I have on is skincare, and if you guys want to see what I've been currently using for my skincare routine, go ahead and check out the video right here of my summer skincare routine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the shade medium to dark, and I'm just going to give it a couple clicks. And since this is going to be my like skin tone foundation shade, I'm just going to kind of swipe this a little bit on my cheeks and on my forehead, down my nose. Then I'm going to take a brush and I'm just going to buff this out into my skin. Now with this, you could wear it as an all-over foundation, or you could layer it on top of a sheerer foundation or tinted moisturizer to create a fuller coverage. And of course, they're an amazing touch-up throughout the day, hence the name Retouching Wand. This texture just glides onto the skin like butter. It is beautiful. I'm slightly obsessed. And as you guys saw, I just did like a couple little swipes, but look at how far that's gone. Like, this is the most gorgeous actual foundation formula that I've worn on my skin in a while. So I feel like I might end up using this as an all-over foundation. So once I've kind of buffed in that medium to dark, again, that's my skin tone shade, and I'm wearing that as my all-over foundation. Now we're gonna go in and kind of highlight, conceal, and add some dimension and warmth with the rich. Depending on how bright you like your under eyes, you could go 1 shade brighter, which for me would be the medium. So I'm going to start with that and see if that is enough brightness for us. And if I feel like we might need a little bit more, nope, I bet that'll be bright enough. Woo! Lordy. I went to the pool yesterday and I didn't realize that I got pretty tan. So I'm just going to use the actual sponge component on this one and apply it underneath my eye area, a little bit in the center of my forehead, the top of my nose, and a little bit on my chin, kind of where you want that brightness. And then I'm going to take my beauty blender and I'm just going to start kind of pressing it into the skin. You could totally use your fingers to blend this out, but I just love the way that the Beauty Blender works it into the skin. Yes. And normally, you guys know me, I normally wear a color corrector under my eyes first, but I feel like that totally covered a little bit of my darkness under the eye. And I know I'm not that dark. I know people are like, well, you're not even that dark to begin with. And I know I'm not, but corrector definitely makes me feel brighter because it kind of just gets rid of that shadow that I have underneath my eye. So with this, I feel like I do get adequate coverage, where if I didn't want to, I don't feel like I have to wear a corrector. And I feel like that gives me enough brightness. So with these, let's say go a shade brighter for your concealer shade, and then just make sure you get as close to your skin tone as possible. And just for reference, so you guys know like what medium to dark would be, that would be like a honey to a warm honey in Bobbi Brown's other foundation formulas. So I know a lot of my subscribers are Bobbi Brown users, so just go in and talk to the girls and see what would be the closest retouching wand to your foundation shade. And then of course, like I said, if you're going to be using a brighter one for concealer, go a shade brighter in the wand unless you want to be extra bright. But for me, I feel like that gives me enough brightness that I don't feel like I need to be overly blown out. But now I need some dimension. Now I need a little bronzing into my life. So I would say if you are wearing a retouching wand that is lighter than medium, maybe even light to medium, I would use the shade Deep for your dimension versus Rich, because Rich is quite dark. Let me show you guys a swatch difference between the two. So, okay, so this one right here in the front, this is the shade Deep, and this is the Rich. So you can see that this is definitely much, much darker, and it could be a little bit harder to work with if you're more on the fair side. Or if you're wanting more of just like a natural, almost kind of like bronzy, glowy look versus dimension, you could also use the Deep, even if you're dark like me, or the medium to dark like me. So I'm gonna use the Rich, and with this one you can draw it onto your skin, and then I'm just gonna buff it out with that full coverage face brush. Another thing, since I already have it on my hand, I could just take it from here, but for the sake of showing, let's just start with like 3 dots. Let's go 4 dots on the forehead. And we're just gonna buff that into our hairline to give a little bit of warmth. Then we're gonna bring that down onto our cheeks and through the temple. These make an amazing cream bronzer. For those of you who haven't used cream bronzers, they're amazing. At the beginning, they could seem like they're a little bit harder to work with, but look at that. They blend out like a dream. And if you have a little bit drier skin, which I do, and if you like more of a glowy, dewy look, using a cream or the retouching wand is an amazing way to create that instant dimension without taking away any of that radiance that you have on your skin, because you're not adding another layer of powder. And if you guys notice, I did not set my makeup with any powder because these retouching wands are self-setting. So remember that you do not need to use powder on top of them, and they are already in HD finish, so they are photo friendly ready. So, and if you guys have noticed, I haven't even clicked up this retouching wand. This is literally just what's left in the little sponge component from the last time I used it. So these are gonna last you a long time, especially if you're using this one as a cream bronzer. It's gonna last quite a while. And for me, I don't like a heavy contour. I think you guys know this about me already. So with this one, it's just gonna give you that nice little bit of dimension, but I think I'm gonna build it up just like a tiny bit, because I feel like I could use just a little bit more. These come in 9 shades, just to kind of recap and review. And these are in skin tone shades. And Bobbi Brown right now makes a product called the Retouching Pencil. And this is gonna be very different from that in a lot of ways. Let me know if you guys want me to do a retouching face pencil video versus the retouching wand and when you would use one over the other. But those ones are not all skin tone correct and these ones are. So just keep that in mind too. And then for me, since I am using this for my full complexion, luckily I'm pretty even right now, but you can see that I have like a lot more color right through here, and it's not by a ton. So what I would probably say to do at this point is I'm gonna actually grab a tiny bit of my face lotion. Hold on. I'm just gonna take a little bit of my hydrating face cream. I'm just gonna take like a small amount of that, and I'm gonna mix it in with some of that rich, and we're just gonna use that as kind of like a cream bronzer for my neck. And I'm really brave because I have a white shirt on. Oh my gosh, I love the texture of that. If you guys are familiar with Bobbi Brown's cream bronzer, it's called Joe Brown, and it's kind of more of like a reddish bronzing gel. And this rich mixed with a little hydrating face cream reminds me of that a ton. Oh, I love this. I think this might be my new go-to. Okay, guys. So that's pretty much it. Here is my fuller coverage complexion using just the new retouching face wands that are now available in all Sephora stores and online. Get them now. They're absolutely amazing. Get one shade, get two shades, get three shades. If you want a quick, fast, on-the-go complexion that looks perfected, retouched, a healthy glow, I'm digging this. I think that this might have to just be my new skin go-to. I really love this. Okay guys, well that is it for today. I hope that you enjoyed today's video. Run as fast as you can. Click, click, click those fingers as fast as you can. Go online, get a retouching wand. Comment below and let me know what you think of it, or if you get one and you use it or you do a tutorial on it, I would love to see. So make sure that you either tag me on Instagram or tag me on Snapchat, send it to me on Snapchat. If you guys aren't following me, here is my Snap code right here. So if you guys want to follow my day-to-day festivities, then feel free to do so. Love you guys. Thanks so much for your support. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you later. Bye! Retouching wands, they are the bomb. You need to get one before they're gone. What? Oh my gosh. You guys. Okay, good thing that I'm home alone because that is so embarrassing. Oh. Okay, that's it. Love you guys.